10,000. And we're underway. This one will sail out of the end zone, and Tennessee will start.
Just one.
And we have flags right off the bat. Our referee is Alex Kemp.
Full start, offense number 60. 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
And Tannehill. Play fake. The pass over the middle, incomplete. McNichols has come into the game in the backfield. Tannehill, quick pass. And that
a little more energy in the stadium.
Tannehill, good protection, good time, going deep, far side of the field. It is incomplete. Good kick, Carter. Making the catch and out of bounds, very close to the 20-yard line on Watson. This is Johnson. Maybe a yard. Pair him with Brandon Cook's formidable duo. On 2nd and 9, Watson running out of time, escapes one tackler, can't escape the second, and he is down back at about the 18-yard line.
Evans is going to get the push up inside, but you watch Landry on the outside. It's just a good job pushing the pocket from inside out. They flush Deshaun Watson to the right. And you look at both.
Watson, little pass over the middle. That is complete for first down yardage. This is Will Fuller. Fuller still on his feet and out of bounds just across the 40-yard line. Line of scrimmage is the 40-yard line. And a new set of downs for Watson.
He likes this empty formation. I think it spreads out the defense. It helps declare the protection a little bit easier for Deshaun Watson.
Watson comfortable with time and just missed intercept or completion over the middle, and with 2 picks this season, both of them Tuesday night against Buffalo. This is David Johnson, and Johnson is stacked up close to the 45-yard line. Here comes the blitz. Got rid of it in a hurry, and it's incomplete. Pressure right up the middle on, and Anger gets set to kick it away for Houston. High and deep, and this one will bounce into and through the end zone for the touchback.
Nearing a fresh start can do for a quarterback.
On first down, this is Derrick Henry, and Harry has running room across the 35 out to about the 38-yard line and a first down.
Not let him get up on the second level. It's tough tackles for those smaller DBs.
J.J. Watt putting a hurry.
42 and 46 as a starter, and I just think that, you know, he came in, he had a backup for a while, he had to humble himself, and when he got the opportunity, he really took advantage of it here at the Titans.
2nd and 10, this is Henry. Henry to the line of scrimmage, and then a couple beyond that, just inside or just across.
Has been extremely productive and efficient at quarterback for Tennessee.
19 touchdown passes, 2 interceptions his last 9 games. 3rd and 7. This side of the field, his receiver went down to the turf and penalty markers fly. That's Anthony Ferkser.
We're going to call that on Lonnie Johnson.
Pass interference, defense number 32. Ball is placed at the spot of the foul. First down.
That is Lonnie Johnson. First down.
He just grabs Ferkser right by the shoulder pad on his right side.
Henry across midfield into Houston territory at about the 48-yard line. On 2nd and 7, the fake to Henry this time, and then Tannehill over the middle, wide open right in the middle of the field is A.J. Brown. 30.
What is that? 23's a nickel. 23's a nickel.
Another play fake. Tannehill throwing, and that's complete inside the 20-yard line. Catch is made by Cameron Batson.
Everything that they want to do with their play action passing game, something Tannehill is very comfortable with and good at.
180. What's up?
Tannehill throwing, and he's got his man, and inside the 10 goes Ferkser
For the Buccaneers, they're at 72%. It's not even close. They are so good finishing in this part of the field.
Tennessee quick to the line. This is Henry. And pure strength got him a yard or so.
Pads all day with a back like Derrick Henry.
On second and goal, Tannehill with time, throwing, touchdown!
Just watch. Ferkser's going to get knocked. He's going to get knocked off the route by the linebacker. Actually, it's the safety. Actually, that's Cunningham, and he's still able to kind of keep his focus. You just watch. Cunningham's going to come across. He knocks him backwards, and of course, he just slides back around.
Steven Gostkowski for the extra point. On its way and perfect. And DeAndre Carter in the end zone for Houston. And he will not run this one back. Goes through the... They give this to David Johnson, and Johnson across the 30 to
out on the backfield in the passing game as well.
On second and 3. Johnson again. Not so much this time. And 4. Watson with time, throwing off the hands of his intended receiver. That was Darren.
Mostly, Kenny Vaccaro gets the hand up there. He just tips it just enough so that Fells isn't able to squeeze it and make the grab. Kenny Vaccaro does just enough to deflect that ball and make it very difficult.
Last week, Khalif Raymond deep.
He's got
a booming kick.
He's got room.
From his own 14. Raymond trying to break it to the near sideline, net at the 30-yard line. Let's see where they mark his forward progress.
Touchdowns a season ago for the Titans.
22 gets the ball and gets a hole and room to run. Midfield. Inside the 40-yard line before he is knocked down.
Secondary.
Henry again. Met by J.
Check.
On second and 10. Tannehill throwing, and that's complete. Inside the 30-yard line to Ferkser. This is third and short yardage. Henry breaks it to the outside. Let's see where they mark him. That's close to a first down.
Just what you talked about, Jay. Ride going and get his body lean forward, because if he gets to the second level, then you're in trouble.
He did get enough for the first down, and now the screen set up, and that falls incomplete. Into the backfield now for Tennessee on second and 10. This is McNichols trying the right side, and good pursuit by
on the run.
Third and 10.
There's the blitz.
Tannehill stands in, throws, diving catch is made close to the 15-yard line by Adam Humphries. Their last 9 red zone trips, they've come away with 9 touchdowns. Henry. Boy, the gang tackling is at a premium today. McNichols into the backfield on second and 8, and Tannehill to throw. Throwing to the near side of the field. That is complete, and out of bounds short of the 5-yard line is Humphries. 9 red zone trips, 9 touchdowns. On first and goal, Tannehill. Lots of time on the move, now throws, and the end zone to A.J. Brown for the touchdown.
Find A.J. Brown. Look, he's taking 1 hitch, 2 hitches, 3 hitches. He's patting the ball. That's just too much time. And the pass rush has been a bit of an issue for the Texans.
A.J. Brown point. And he does. With
Pretty physical practice on Friday, and they look fresh, ready, and prepared today against a divisional opponent.
DeAndre Carter, a yard deep in the end zone. And tripped up at the 15 and forward to about the 17 or 18-yard line. Thank you, Jay. From their own 18 now, Watson and the Texans. And that is complete now to the 25-yard line. Is
Greg, maybe rush the passer a couple times.
This is David Johnson, and Johnson spinning to about Watson over the middle, and it finds his man wide open across the 45-yard line. That is Darren Fells.
To do with improved footwork and mechanics from Deshaun Watson.
And now Duke Johnson is into the backfield for the Houston Texans. David Johnson gets a break on the sideline. And Duke Johnson is hit almost immediately after the handoff. Watson with the handoff to Duke Johnson, and Johnson breaks it out to about the 45-yard line of the how he is lined up in the slot as a wide receiver. 3rd and 2. And Watson on the move. Inside the 40 for the first down. So David Johnson is back into the lineup, and he gets the handoff. You know, we've talked about him, and he was in
the running game.
On 2nd and 6, Watson's down with the ball, throwing sideline. That is complete. Will Fuller with the catch and out of bounds. Just inside the 20-yard line. That's another first. So from the 18-yard line now, Watson and the Texans. First down. David Johnson with a blocker. Around the outside. Inside the 10 and out of bounds.
Good position in terms of the timing and the rhythm in the passing game.
The give is to Cobb, who's going to throw for the end zone, and it's incomplete. Intended for
receptions versus the Bills. First multi-interception game since week 16 of the 2016 season.
On 2nd down, short pass to Pharaoh Brown, the tight end, and fights his way close. Watson going to give it to David Johnson, looking for the end zone. Doesn't appear that he got there. 4th and goal. Watson throwing this side of the field. Touchdown. Darren Fells.
Line. And he's wide open. I mean, in the NFL, that's wide open. I'm surprised. I don't know. I watched Byard. He didn't get picked. He's got a clean angle. He's just late to react to the.
Good snap, good hold, good kick. 8 minutes.
Fells does a nice job of that for Houston.
Inside the 5-yard line, this is Khalif Raymond. And Raymond across the 20, across the 25, and down at about the 27. And there's a flag flying in on the far side of the field.
The previous drive by the Texans was incredibly important. You don't want to fall behind by multiple scores on the road in the division with a team.
During the return, holding, receiving team number 55. 10-yard penalty. First down, Tennessee.
As that was
look to its defense to try to stand up against Derrick Henry, who's in the backfield. Play fake to him. Tannehill throws, and that is complete.
Huge at this point for this Houston defense. They've struggled taking the ball away defensively.
On 2nd and 8, Henry met by J.J. Watt. Tennessee now looking at a 3rd and 12. Tannehill, short pop over the middle. and that ball is across the first down.
180! Where's the HUD? Right bam, Dennis. 180! What's up?
Looks like textbook now, Rich. Back to Derrick Henry, and Henry pulls his way across the 30.
Such a talented back.
180! What's up?
On 2nd and 5, Tannehill throws. That ball tipped as it left his hand, intended for Henry. J.J. Watt. 6:08 to play here in the first half. A 3rd and 5 now for Tennessee.
What's up?
Tannehill got rid of it. Oh, what a catch made by Ferkser. Right. New set of downs at the 37. Whistles before the snap.
Before the ball was snapped, timeout, Houston, their first of this half.
Here in the first half. And on first down, Henry in the backfield. Henry with the handoff. Henry with running room. Midfield. And another first down.
Smith back across the formation to get that kick-out block on the edge.
That was a 14-yard pickup from the 49. Henry. Just across the 45-yard line to the...
Well aware of those numbers.
4.5 to play in the first half. The fake to Henry this time. Tannehill throwing this side of the field, and he's got his man inside the 25-yard line. And out of bounds, that's Khalif Raymond. Back to the ground game. Henry straight ahead to about the 22.
Yes, more often than not.
2nd and 8. Tannehill throwing down the sideline. Touchdown! Adam Humphries.
Well, just watch Lonnie Johnson. This is who they're trying to attract. The tight end's going to go up the field. He jumps the tight end, and they turn the outside receiver loose. Look at the safety. The safety's got to play that deep third, and he's got no feeling or appreciation for Adam Humphries screaming up the boundary. You heard there, Philip Gaines. He thinks he's got safety help over the effective with the play-action game.
Andre Carter will not return this one. Duke Johnson in the backfield. He gets the handoff. Penalty markers fly as he gets back to the line of scrimmage, and not much more.
Personal foul, chop block, offense number 71. After this into the goal line, first down.
So Titus Howard guilty of the chop.
Well, just watch the right guard and the right tackle on this block, this combination block. You can't have one take them up high and the other go down low. That's how players get hurt. That's how you blow out a knee, and that's why they called that players getting ACL repairs in the offseason because of blocks like that.
So now it's 1st and 22. Watson over the middle finds his man, and that is Fells. And Fells still on his feet and out of bounds short of the 30-yard line. Run out by Kenny Vaccaro.
There you go. Man, they got some big dudes.
Duke Johnson. And Johnson explodes out to the 35-yard line, and that looks like it'll be enough for a first down. There's a flag on the play. And
holding. Offense number 71. 10-yard penalty. Second down.
Johnson onto the field for the Texans and in the slot as a receiver. 2nd and 16. Watson on the move and sliding down just across the 30-yard line. Let's see where they mark him down. They'll mark him down at the 30. Stadium, which has a 69,000 capacity. 3rd and 5 for the Texans. Watson throwing this side of the field, and that is complete and forced out of bounds as Will Fuller.
You're inside 2 minutes in the first half.
Watson looking, throwing, downfield. It is incomplete. Fuller, the intended receiver, in a
that could have been a collision. That could have been a bad one. It's a good thing that
Watson on the move, caught from behind and brought down. That was Harold Landry. So now Watson looking at a 3rd and 9. With time, throwing the side of the field, and that's complete for a 1st down. Inside the Tennessee 45 to Houston. From the Tennessee 44. Watson steps up, now throws, and that's complete. And the catch is made by Brandon Cooks. His coming up on 25 seconds, and the clock is running. Watson. That flip to David Johnson, and Johnson spins inside the 30 to about the 27. Jay has been here since Tuesday, and he called the Tennessee-Buffalo game.
Did a great job of it.
Quick pass over the middle, complete, diving inside the 20 is caught. 10 seconds remaining, clock is running. 5, and Watson spikes the football with 3 seconds on the clock. Fairbairn's kick is good.
I think, as Deshaun Watson told us, it's still a work in progress between he and Tim Kelly, the offensive coordinator.
That ball will go through the end zone for the David Johnson in the backfield, and they'll go back to work, and they'll give it to Johnson, and Johnson off the right side.
Ben, and you look at the numbers for the first 5 weeks, you're just not getting that rate on return.
This is Duke Johnson, and Johnson trying to turn the corner and busted out of bounds as he crossed the 30-yard line.
I learned from a running back coach a long time ago, you don't ease up on the boundary. That's well done by
Watson over the middle behind his intended receiver.
4 games before we get on that bus, and he just dreaded it.
Khalif Raymond, chance to run this one back from the 16. And can't find any room, and he goes down. From the 20-yard line. Tannehill for Derrick Henry. Henry busting through tackles and out to the 2nd and short yardage. Henry with the 1st down as he squeezes across the 30-yard line.
Playing for him.
180! What's hot? 180!
On 1st down, Tannehill pulls it down. Now Henry out to the sideline, and it's broken up. Tannehill trying to go up the sideline, and penalty marker flies.
They're going to call pass interference on Bradley Roby. Working on A.J. Brown.
Pass
on the
interference.
boundary.
Defense number 21. Ball is placed in the spot of the foul. 1st down.
Well, that's where they get him. Not on the first 22.
180! What's the hot? 180!
Number 22 with the football. Slipped a bit, and we got a flag thrown.
Holding. Offense number 64. 10-yard penalty. Remains 1st down.
That's 1st and 20 now for the Tennessee Titans.
180! What is hot?
Tannehill, incomplete. Intended for
180! What is hot?
on 2nd and 20. Tannehill throwing, and he's got his man. That is Firkser. Firkser all the way down to the 15-yard line.
This is really well done. Just watch this throw down the middle of the field, and just watch how tight a window it was for Ryan Tannehill. I mean, you've got the linebacker and the safety there, and he just fits it into Firkser, screaming up the middle of the field.
Hey, double 50. Come on. 180! What's hot?
From the 16-yard line, Henry. Maybe a yard. Henry now up to 100 yards, his 10th in his last 14 games of 100 yards or more. Tannehill to throw. Hit and goes down back at the 22-yard line, and sack allowed by the Titans all season. Tannehill throwing, going up and grabbing it at about the 10-yard line is A.J. Brown. Skowski from 27 yards out, and that kick is blocked. And on the ground at the 20-yard line, and finally covered there.
The Texans needed to kind of get him jump-started here in the second half.
Second time this season, Gostkowski has had a field goal blocked, and Watson over the middle. That is complete to Fells, and Fells. The give is to David Johnson. And just 38 yards in 10 carries.
Just don't see the explosive runs out of David Johnson.
Watson on the run, throws, and he's got his man wide open. That's Darren Fells, and Fells inside the 30-yard line.
Titans
on first down. Watson going to go for it all. This side of the field to the end zone, incomplete, and the flag is thrown. Pass is intended for Kenny Stills.
That's what they didn't do in the first half.
Defense number 26. First down for Houston.
The rookie from LSU, Christian. They'll give it to coming across Brandon Cooks, and Cooks doesn't make the end zone. There's David Johnson, and there is a stop at the line of scrimmage, and now we have the signal for a touchdown.
Should have done that on first down. Good.
If you can't get 1 yard, you don't deserve it.
No, and you know, I think it sends a message to your offensive line. We're going to try and trick them rather than playing old school smash mouth football on the 1 yard line. Let's put up.
And it is good.
Just at Penn State back in 2012. And I like the fact that he's worked his way up through the ranks. Was a quality control coach.
That quick pass bounces into the air and incomplete. Keep you updated as we know more. Meanwhile, Tannehill to throw, and that is bobbled and dropped on the outside by Kerry Blazen. And here's a 3rd and 10. J.J. Watt coming on, the ball is loose. Still rolling. And let's see who covered it. The Houston Texans did.
Bring extra bodies so that they can get the one-on-one on the new tackle, Sambrillo. And look at this. That is a mismatch. J.J. Watt, Tannehill never feels that he comes from behind and knocks the ball away from Ryan.
David Johnson in the backfield. Houston has scored 10 unanswered points, and a touchdown here gives them the lead. David Johnson bouncing and can't quite fight his way back. 2nd and goal. Thank you, Gene. Flip for Duke Johnson. And he has run out of bounds just inside the 5-yard line. Just inside the 5. Watson looking for room to run and throws toward the end zone. It is caught for a touchdown.
Extending the play. And watch the receiver Cobb. He works up, knowing that he's going to put his foot in the ground, create some separation, and come straight back down the boundary. That is well done by the veteran, Randall Cobb. Catches the ball away from his body so well. And how about Deshaun Watson just keeping this thing alive? Frustrating for defensive lineman. You get a good pass rush. Just watch how he has both hands extended. It was well done by Cobb.
Gene's territory, you're back with us. What do you see?
Boy, this is really interesting for a lot of reasons. First and foremost, possession, 2 feet down. Now the catch has been completed. I believe that did occur with both feet in the end zone. Now, once the possession is secure by the receiver in the end zone, the goal line becomes extended for the outside of the pylon. So what they are looking at now is for angles to see possession with 2 feet, and now where is the football related to a goal line that extends out of bounds all the way through the white, green, and where the official is standing. If those elements have been met, they will stay with the touchdown on the field. This is a really, really tight play.
It's really done
After
by
review,
Well done
the
by
ruling on the
Cobb.
field stands. Touchdown.
J.J. Watt comes screaming off the edge.
And the extra point is no good. 20 off turnovers. And that kick goes through the end zone for the touchback.
Watt's going to be over there a lot here the second half.
Taylor Lewan has gone to the locker room, the starting left tackle. His return is questionable with a knee injury. And Henry to the left side.
That's where he is right now.
And a little movement up front. This is going to go against Tennessee.
Ball start. Offense number 70. 5-yard penalty. It remains second down.
So you can feel what's... Now it's 2nd and 12. Henry. Out to about the 28-yard line, and once again,
Second half.
Henry to the sideline, McNichols into the backfield on 3rd and 7. Tannehill, quick pass, and that's complete. Now, on 1st down and running room for McNichols. McNichols across midfield to the 45-yard line.
Nichols.
Once again, McNichols straight ahead this time to about the 40.
In front 7.
McNichols stays in the game. Play fake this time, and Tannehill completes the pass up to A.J. Brown. Brown down to about the 26-yard line.
They want to stop the run, and that is why the play-action game is so effective for the Titans.
McNichols' forward progress going to be marked at about the 23-yard line.
Where they force you to bring that extra defender down in the box to account for the run game.
Offense number 60. 10-yard penalty. Still 1st down.
So
That one right. Rarely comes out of a head coach's
that could
mouth.
set a bad precedent. 1st and 20. Tannehill throwing far side of the field. It's complete to Henry, and Henry tripped up before he could really get started. 2nd and 21. Final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Here comes the blitz. Tannehill throws and completes it. And out across the 30, or inside the 30, to about the 29-yard. And the Tennessee offense. 3rd and 13. 3-man rush. They hand it off. And straight ahead inside the 20-yard line to about the 18 is McNichols. Yards out. That kick on the way, and he pushed it. Missed it to the right.
No opponent.
Watson to this sideline. Caught and out of bounds just across the 45-yard line. Brandon Cooks.
Some success working against Jonathan Joseph, the veteran.
That one good for 19 yards.
Pretty good cushion.
Good protection. The pass over the middle is complete in that midfield. That's Cooks once again.
J.J. Watt would set up another touchdown and to Randall Cobb. And
He's been able to do throwing the ball on 3rd down. Here's a 3rd and 3. Watson throwing, and a catch is made short of the 40-yard line by Cooks. This is Duke Johnson, and Duke Johnson going nowhere. And Jadeveon
tied for fewest in the league through the first 5 weeks of the season.
Watson finds his man in the middle of the field. How can you miss him? Darren Fells. They need the 31-yard line for a first down. Watson under the gun and goes down. Jeffrey Simmons. Freeman stands back at his own 5-yard line for the punt. Fair catch called for, not called for. Tackle is made. Texans. And the Titans
going to throw it here
from their own 5-yard line.
Nope.
Henry breaking free. 20, 25, off to the races. They may not catch him. They won't catch him. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Watch Cunningham, okay? He's going to start inside. He's going to come backside, and watch Cunningham step up there in that direction. He opens up that backside A-gap, and this is what we talked about. A back that's so big, strong, physical, and yet has terrific straight line speed. He rips off a lot of these big ones. And
that's Henry in motion. They'll fake it to him. Tannehill throwing to the end zone, and he's got his man.
Well, he's just going to work all the way across the back of that end zone, and you saw the misdirection with explosive runs. Big runs just break the back of a defense.
That kick will go through the end zone for the touchback.
Tennessee, after that 94-yard run, rips away some of the momentum for the Texans.
Deshaun Watson looking to answer here. On first down, it's his man. That's complete. Out across the 45 to about the 46 or 47-yard line. 5 to play here in the fourth quarter. Watson going to go deep, all the way down to the end zone. It is caught for the touchdown. Will Fuller.
Just look at the action, and Fuller's right out here, and he's just going to work all the way down the boundary. And for some reason, Malcolm Butler up top, he just turns him loose. I mean, that's the one thing you cannot allow to happen with a guy like Will Fuller. You can't allow him to get behind you in the secondary.
On Watson, the extra point. Is good. 8 bettercitiesforpets.com/adoption weekend 2020 for more information about adopting a furry friend.
Help over the top, but that's confusing. He's already 15 yards downfield.
McNichols starts this series in the backfield. Tannehill looking deep down the middle of the field. It is intercepted. Bradley Roby. Fourth, the way this one is going. Watson. Far sideline, that is complete, and bumped out of bounds is Brandon Cooks. Houston at their own 46. This is David Johnson trying to move the pile and doing so.
In the wrong place.
2nd and 6, Watson to throw. To the outside, too high. First side, Watson.
Comes the blitz.
Watson throwing, far side of the field. That catch is made. Once again, it's Cooks, and let's see where they mark him down. Forward progress right at that down. This is Johnson. Not a whole lot there.
Empty a season ago. He loves to spread out the defense. It really helps him define the coverage quicker.
Stepping up, throwing, and that is complete. This is Fuller. Fuller looking for running room. And about a yard. David Johnson in the backfield. Watson to throw. And incomplete.
No snap, no play. They're going to run it.
They'll give it to Johnson. Johnson looking for the first down. Let's see where they mark him. Forward progress. It appears from here that he has enough for the first down. Tough yards here in the late going for David Johnson. Watson throwing to the near side. That is complete. And inside the 25 goes. Second and 1. Penalty markers fly.
I think the Texans had 12 men on the field. Or the Titans,
12
I'm sorry.
men on defense. That's a 5-yard penalty. Enough for a first down.
20 with 3:05 remaining. Lobbing. That pass incomplete at the 5-yard line, intended for Will Fuller. Houston trying to take advantage. Second and 10.
Good delay of game, almost had it.
Johnson finds room on the left side to about the 10, just inside the 10-yard line. Deshaun Watson gonna roll left, fake the pitch, and diving to about the 2 or maybe the 1-yard line. We'll see where they mark. Johnson again. Not getting there. Goal from the 1. Johnson.
Ooh.
Never had a chance to launch and was smacked back at the goal line. Watson throwing. Touchdown! Right over the middle to Brandon.
7, you kick the extra point, you make it an 8-point game. But look at that play by Deshaun Watson, who didn't panic in the face of a free blitzer. Evans around the edge. He slides to his left. He buys some time, and he finds.
Watson throwing. Incomplete.
In their previous 6 possessions, they settled for a lot of field goals, and they've not run the ball well in that part of the field.
Khalif Raymond from his own 1-yard line. And across the 20 and out to about the 24-yard line. Coming. McNichols in the backfield. Tannehill pulls it down, now throws incomplete. Tannehill throwing the quick slant, and that is complete over the middle to Humphries. Tannehill to the near side of the field. That is complete and out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Quick throw to the far side of the field, and the diving catch is made at the first down. Tannehill finds his man wide open inside the 40, inside the 35, and close to the 30-yard line is Ferkser. On the march, far side of the field, and that catch is made once again. Ferkser.
That's a big.
Tannehill, a quick pass over the middle, and that is complete to about the 15. Touchdown. First down from the 16-yard line. Tannehill got his man inside the 10 to about the 7 as McNichols. Tannehill gonna go for it to the end zone. It's caught. Did he get down? He did. A.J. Brown
In as he's working on Bradley Roby. Watch the left foot. What a great throw by Tannehill. Let's watch whether or not he gets that left foot in. There's the right foot. Let's see if the left foot is in. It never comes down in bounds.
The ruling on the field stands. Touchdown.
It is a Tennessee touchdown. 4 seconds to play. And it's perfect. Down along the ground. DeAndre Carter picks it up. And is going to be brought down to the 25. Here's the game. Each team gets 2 timeouts. Khalif Raymond from the goal line. Big collision as he crosses the 15. And he'll start the overtime off with the carry. To about the 20. Rich on the touchdown.
Brown.
Second and 8. Tannehill to throw. Henry out of the backfield. Up the sideline. Henry! 40. 30. Inside the 30-yard line. McNichols. McNichols running room up the middle. Inside the 15, down to the 10-yard line. Derrick Henry. Bouncing to the outside.
Good tackle.
And stretches to about the 7-yard line.
Hey, flipper.
Tannehill, McNichols. Fighting off tacklers and is down at about the 5. Henry looking for room to the end zone.
You got the box count that you want, and then look at the block from Ferkster. And then look at the finish from Derrick Henry. Wow.
He had a head of steam from about 3 yards out. There was no way they were going to stop him.
Give a lot of credit, Greg, to Arthur Smith, the offensive coordinator for the Tennessee Titans. He has done a terrific job calling plays going back to last year. He's a guy that's not afraid to repeat runs. As I said to you, it's hard not to call runs when they're running it so well.
Our final score, Tennessee 42, Houston 36, coming up the State Farm Post.